Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Sharifah Nurul Husna binti Abdul Hamid and my team, which is Cik Muhammad Hanif bin Cik Will and Nurul Aina Dia binti Syamuddin. So together we are going to present on our topic, which is Islamic Real Estate Benchmark KPG Al-Aqar. So I will proceed with the introduction. As for the introduction, is Containment Measures MCO 2.0 in January 2021 and MCO May 2022 has slow growing pace. The healthcare business was not immune because private hospitals are not typically designed to manage infectious diseases such as COVID-19 cases. KPJ Groups, which is the principal sponsor of Al-Aqar, position and focus on the public-private partnership model is to accept and treat non-COVID-19 patients. Nonetheless, KPG has strived to help the vaccination process in Malaysia throughout 2021 as the biggest private healthcare professional designed to support the national immunization program with 25 PPV around the country. As a result, the KPJ Group financial performance has declined, and the distribution of more than 10% of its staff and clinical knowledge throughout Malaysia has contributed to the group's increased fixed costs. Al-Aqar has agreed to support the rental assistance effort as the long-term business partner. However, it is not likely to occur again in the long run and will be offset by the finance cost-saving plan. KPJ is likewise scheduled to revert to pre-COVID-19 levels by fiscal year 2022. The unforeseen pandemic COVID-19 has accelerated current trends in the medical system, which telemedicine and data-driven models have grown popular and widely spread. The future viability of the firm, the manager has also begun discussion and negotiation with important stakeholders in 2021 to carry out the following transformation initiative, which is existing properties, future acquisition for immediate execution, and future acquisition for long-term execution. So next, I will pass to my teammate.
Assalamualaikum to Ustaz Hafiz. My name is Nurul Aina Dia binti Syamuddin. Today I would like to present my part, which is the literature review. REITs are defined as the investment vehicle that now invests in or plan to invest at least 50% of their total asset in real estate. A real estate investment can be made by the direct ownership or a stake in a limited liability company whose main asset are real estate. The difference between the conventional REITs and the Islamic real estate investment trust in the term of rationale or justification. However, compared to the norm, there are few things that set it apart. Following is the sum of the causes. First is compliance with Sharia. Compliance with Sharia is a many participants in the capital market, including the investor, are currently looking for the Sharia compliant security for the finance or investment purpose. The Islamic capital market regular continuously monitor and support the development of the ICM instrument. So there are some guidelines for the Islamic real estate investment trust. So first, an Islamic REIT is required to guarantee that the all investment deposit and the financing instrument to the Sharia. Second, an Islamic REIT must guarantee its real estate under the Takaful scheme. Third, dealing with the financial institution is encouraged, and Islamic REIT is allowed to take a part in the currency forward sales and purchase. Fourth, any properties that an Islamic REIT wish to acquire must undergo a Sharia compliance appraisal. Fifth, the rental revenue from the prohibited activity cannot be higher than 20%. The last one is the Islamic REITs fund management must be advised by the Sharia community or advised not to accept any tenant whose activity are wholly impermissible. So the second one is the liquidity. The asset of Islamic REITs are being listed on the Bursa Malaysia Berhad main market compared to the physical properties. It's more liquid. The stock exchange market makes it simple to buy and sell the unit of listed REITs. The third one, diversification. The creation of the I-REITs was the advantage to the member in terms of the diversification. It's participate in risk diversification and the portfolio expand. So next, the conventional REITs in market. The Aqar Healthy Care REITs overall performance and demonstration their capacity to draw the investor to this product. The net asset value and the dividend payment per unit continue to increase. The Aqar Healthy Care REITs is supported by the number of the high quality properties, which explain why, as a previous indicates, the numbers of high quality underlying real estate are used to underpin the majority of the I-REIT instrument issue, with the regard to the revenue produced by the rental income and the capital gain. It has consistently performed well. In Asia, several I-REITs are in the work in addition to the UAE, Bahrain, Saudi Arabia, Singapore, and the UAE are attempt to build their own real estate sector. In 2009, the Bahrain asset management firm Invest start the funds process for the real estate owned by an I-REITs, and the value is around 80 million. As a significant possibility exit for the I-REITs to grow, not the least of the which is their compatibility with the Islamic finance, which seeks stability by making the investment in the real economy. Real estate is preferred asset type among the Muslim investor and the institution since it's a tangible asset. For the wealth Arab investor looking for the sound investment opportunities, the I-REITs are ideal solution. Such as investor may given the access to I-REITs carefully curated portfolio of profitable and reliable project. So this diagram show the comparison between the conventional and Islamic REITs. As you can see, for the Sharia committee, conventional REITs, there are no need for any Sharia committee. For the Islamic, it shows that Islamic must be appoint a Sharia committee to ensure the compliance with the Sharia requirement. For the permissibility of the activity carried out by the tenant, for the conventional is a no restriction, but for the Islamic REITs, only premise activity allows. So for the insurance for the properties in conventional REITs, conventional insurance with the insurance company as approved by the trustee. For the Islamic, the manager needs to consider the availability of the Islamic insurance or the takaful before opting for the conventional insurance. So for the last one is a financing. For the conventional REITs, there are no restriction, and for the Islamic, the financing must be Sharia compliance. So the diagram show that the Sharia compliance of the Malaysia Islamic REITs. As you can see, the Al-Haqa REITs, the rental income is derived from the specialist hospital. The tenants are operating as a specialist hospital in the healthcare sector, which are permissible activity according to the Sharia. The fund manager will not accept any tenant whose activity is not fully permitted under the Sharia. Islamic financing facility is used to finance the acquisition of the property for the REITs. All form of investment and deposit comply with the Sharia principle. The manager obtain and maintain the takaful insurance scheme against a fire and public liability and others required insurance. So the last one, the Sharia committee of the Al-Haq has endorsed and approved the REIT scheme to be in compliance with the Sharia principle. So that's all from me. I will pass this presentation to the next person.
So next, I'm going to explain on the data sources and methodology. As for our case study, we use secondary data to obtain all the information for the research. First of all is official website of Aqar, and then trusted websites such as in newspaper, and lastly is journal and article from previous researcher. As for our case study, we choose KPGL Aqar. It is one of the Malaysia's largest private healthcare provider and the first private specialty hospital in Johor in 1981. KPG has integrated network more than 28 specialty hospitals and is driven by key principles of safety, courtesy, integrity, professionalism, and continuous improvement. They have international development, which is two hospitals in Indonesia, hospital in Bangkok, and also hospital in Bangladesh. And they also have an asset in Australian retirement and aged care resort as well as in Cebu, Sarawak, and Kuantan, Senior Living Care Center in Tawakal Health Center, THC in Kuala Lumpur. Okay, KPJ also have achieved significant strides in the deployment of integrated group-wide technology. The use of cloud computing has improved medical consultants' capacity to review patient information from the real, ensuring the delivering of a smooth service. Continuous changes are being made to upgrade the KPJ healthcare information system to better optimize the management of patient details and promote hospital efficiency. The group plan is to expand its activities aimed at increasing the value of stakeholders. This is accomplished through an asset improvement approach. They are always working to improve our performance in properties and services, and this milestone has increased investor trust in their portfolio. This is demonstrated by the manager's efforts in executing asset projects of up to 4.76 million ringgit in final year of 2021. So next I will explain on the vision and mission of KPJL Aqar. So as for the vision, they prefer healthcare provider. It stated that their vision purpose is to deliver the exceptional health treatment, care and diagnosis to all their patients. They are dedicated to being the preferred provider of healthcare with innovative use of technology, experienced doctors and well-trained staff who collaborate to offer the best diagnosis treatment plans. As for the mission, they intended to improve the health of the people and communities they serve. Led by skilled and caring medical staff, they are consistently focused on clinical excellence and innovative technology for their superior patient outcomes. So next is KPJ sustainability values. They intended four types of sustainability value, which is preventive healthcare, universal healthcare coverage, resilient healthcare, and environmentally sustainable healthcare. So as for the preventive, they try to improve the community health, nutrition knowledge, behavior, and attitude toward healthcare. They advocating infection prevention and control as well as COVID-19 preparedness in a healthcare setting, empowering patients to make informed decisions through technology, and encouraging breastfeeding as the best nourishment for infants and young children. Next is universal. They are committed to cooperating with government, health insurers, and non-governmental organizations (NGO) to design cheap health packages to provide universal healthcare for everyone. They attempt to make healthcare more accessible for the middle and low-income groups of society by employing the low price and high volume methods. Okay, next is resilient healthcare. KPJ are dedicated to assist the government effort by improving our country's healthcare system. Following the height of the COVID-19 pandemic, governments all over the world have come to recognize the huge detrimental impact that defects in the healthcare system that may have on the numerous sociological and economic components that form a nation. And lastly is environmental sustainability healthcare. So their goal is to less the negative environmental that which affect KPG activities by implementing more efficient and ecological friendly procedures inside the organization. And this lead to hospital to minimize reuse and recycle water, raw materials, non-renewable minerals, energy, hazardous and non-hazardous waste, and other resources. They are also in the midst of constructing more green hospital building. Okay, so next we are going to the next chapter, which is organizational check. In KPJ, they have a few members which we need to know, which is first I will show you on the organization structure, and then there are board of directors, the senior management team and regional CEO, and regional hospital grouping and regional CEO, and lastly is group corporate structure. As you can see, this is the organization structure, which is led by the board of directors first and to the other position. Okay, next is on the board of directors. There are uh, there are 8 board of directors in KPJ Aqar, and senior management team and regional CEO, which is led by 5 members, and regional hospital grouping and regional CEO, also led by 6 members. So this is the group corporate structure in KPJ Healthcare. So as we can see, there are many hospitals that led by KPJ Al-Aqar. On the performance benchmark, the management expenses ratio fell by 9.4%, owing mostly to a drop in miscellaneous charges. The total return for the fiscal year was negative due to the lower closing price of RM1.16 versus RM1.31 in year 2020. The 5-year average annual return decreased due to lower closing price in 2021. The 3rd-year average annual total return declined due to the lower closing price in 2021. Due to an increase in DPU and a lower closing price in 2021, the distribution yield has grown from 5.2% to 6.72%. The entire comprehensive income reported for the year 2021 is 71 million ringgit Malaysia, and the payment of final income distribution in 2020 is 25.4 million ringgit Malaysia, and interim income distribution in 2021 has increased the NAV per unit by 0.2%, 44 ringgit 0.1 million ringgit Malaysia. And they intended a transformation in healthcare. In 2019, around 80% of health spending was spent on care and treatment. As the population becomes more health conscious, they foresee a dramatic shift from reactive to preventive maintenance by 2040. With 60% of spending going toward enhancing health and well-being. As a result, there will be a greater need for primary and long-term care, regenerative therapy, and home or wearable healthcare equipment. This established an expansion in consumer healthcare, and McKinsey report in 2021 predicted yearly growth of 5 to 10% in the global wellness sector.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you to my colleague for I will present for discussion number 4. For number 4.1 occupancy rate, in discussion it said that the occupancy rate for all the building is 100% from the year 18 to 2021. And the second one, uncertainty in the Australian aged care industry. This is because the press generated by the Royal Commission is the negative perspective because of the Jetta Garden. And for your info, the Australia is the biggest contribution to the revenue of Al-Aqar healthcare rates. Is shown in the figure. Next, for rental review, For rental review, is coming soon in this year one, and another 6 to 15 building have to renew this for year 2023 and also for year 2024. And seats of building already negotiated for the KPJ Damansara Specialty Hospital. The second one, KPJ Ampang Puteri Specialty Hospital. The third one, KPJ Selangor Specialty Hospital. Next, KPJ Ipoh Specialty Hospital. And the last one, that's all for next. So overall net property income and PI, it show that the property increase 97.7 million in for year 2018, and for 2020 109 million. And however, it's slightly decreased during for year 2021 to 108 million, maybe because of the impact of MCO during that time. For 4.5 distribution per unit DPU is the dividend yield that the REITs, Aqar REITs provided to their investor. For the year 2018, it's slightly decreased to, for year 2019 is from 7.7 to 6.8. However, it's increasing for year 2021 is to 6.8 to 7.8. So the last one is gearing level. Gearing level is 41.08%, which still permitted limit, because the permitted limit is 50%, and all rate for debt is 100% floating rate. So it's risk of interest rate increase, so they will affect them lah. For item 5, for recommendation, for the first one, 5.1, increasing distribution per unit DPU, which if the REIT is perform well, so DPU will increase. It show that it's good sign for an investor that the REIT is perform. So next I will explain what others will affect the DPU. For next one, 5.2, strong operational and financial performance, which means it's good sign for operational perform. They are overall increase in occupancy rate, positive rental revision, and the last one, newly acquired assets. So the great operational of the REITs will produce the financial performance, the good one lah. So the last one is growth prospect. There are two sign of the growth prospect. The first one, the prognosis of all REITs, which mean during MCO there are COVID-19 occur. This affect all of the investor or market. After lifted of MCO, they gradually improve. The next one is acquisition of real estate. The acquisition of real estate is purchasing of all new building, and is the measure of improve asset in REITs. So that's the recommendation from our group.
So I will continue for the conclusion of the KPJ Al-Haq. As a summary, the healthcare REITs is known to be defensive in nature, which can be seen from the overall growth in Al-Haq REITs Malaysia segment, as demand for the private healthcare pick up. Having said that, the establishment of the Royal Commission into the aged care quality and the safety and the ongoing of the COVID-19 pandemic have continued to create an uncertainty within the aged care industry in Australia, which has resulted in the overall decline in performance. From a price to book the perspective, Al-Aqar REITs is currently trading at price to book the ratio at 0.92. For the long term earning outlook for the Al-Haq Healthy Real Estate Investment Trust is expected to remain stable, led by the steady performance of its healthcare asset with the distribution yield estimate at 5.4%. For the financial year 2021, its earning the outlook is also expected to be positive, mainly derived by the lower maintenance expenses and reduce the financing costs. Other than that, it's likely that the Al-Haq may offer the rental rebate to its tenant in the second half of the financial year 2021, as the performance of the hospital were impacted by the lockdown. So that's all from my team. Thank you.